Hello there, Mercedes here from PrettyWebz.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a confetti glitter brush inside of Photoshop. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is create the brush itself. So I'm going to just open a new document. I'm going to make it pretty small. So it's going to be 50 pixels by 50 pixels, 72 resolution RGB, white is fine, 8-bit. And I'm going to change the background of this to black. So this little spot right here is my canvas. I'm gonna zoom in. And then I'm just gonna make a brush out of this. So I'm gonna go to Edit, Define Brush, and I'm just gonna call it X Brush. So now I've got this brush, and I'm gonna go back to my original document. And I have something that kind of looks like this. This isn't something that we would use for glitter. So what we're going to have to do is come over to the brush settings and make a few changes to that brush. So we have the brush selected, and now we're coming into the settings for that brush. But you can see that these are the brushes, and then this little one with the little bullet points or whatever that is on the side is the brush settings. You can also get to that here from Windows, brush settings, and you can get to your brushes there as well. So we're going to go back to the brush settings for this brush, and we're going to make a few changes to the way the brush flows. So we'll start here with the brush tip shape, and we're going to change our spacing for that to 200%, and that just means that we're changing the spacing here. So before, when we had it really close together, it's great for a smoother look, but it's not what we're going for with this sparkle glitter brush that we're creating. So we're going to take it back up to 200%. And now we're going to go into Shape Dynamics, and in Shape Dynamics we're going to change the size jitter to 80%. Our minimum diameter is 50%. And you can see how this brush is changing as we go along and make these changes. Our angle jitter we're taking to 100%. And you can see how that shifted there as well. Our roundness jitter we're going to take to 80%. So now we have different varying shapes and angles, and we've done a whole bunch of little tweaks to this basic square brush to make it a lot more interesting and something that's going to look a lot more like a confetti sprinkles glitter brush, which is what we're going for. So we'll take our minimum roundness, we're going to take that really low, about 1%, and all of that is good. Now we're going to come into scattering, and we're going to make a few changes here. We want this to scatter in both axes because this is a glitter brush, so we want it to look like it's thrown like confetti. So we're going to scatter this both axes, and we're going to take that way up. So you can either change it here or you can take it up here, and I'm taking mine all the way to the max here because I want that to scatter a lot. I also want my count to change. So whereas right here we have some glitter, I want to see a lot more of that come out when I'm dragging that brush on the canvas. So I'm going to change my count to 3, and you'll see right there how much more I'm getting. But again, it's what you like and what you prefer, which is why it's always good to know how to create a brush versus just buying them or grabbing them online. Okay, we're also going to change the count jitter here to about 90%. Make sure that smoothing is checked off as well. And that's about it. Those are all of the changes that we're going to make to that brush. But now, since I've made all of these changes to the brush, what I want to do is save that brush with the settings that I've created. So I'm going to come over to the brushes tool panel here, and I'm going to click on this little hamburger menu, and I'm going to choose new brush preset, just like we did before when we created the original. And I want to capture that brush size as well because I changed the brush size to 10 pixels. So I want this to be brush X, and I'll just name it brush X brush 10. And I'm going to click OK. So now I have the original brush here that looks like this, and I have my brush that I created. Come back to the brush settings and click on color dynamics, and it's going to pick up on the colors that I have here. So I'm going to choose this color for my foreground, and so I've added these two colors to the foreground and background, and because I've chosen color dynamic, I have my foreground background jitter to 100%, and I can adjust the hue here, which is going to give me a lot more color. So this is more like a confetti style brush right now. I can take that hue down and it's only going to give me these two colors. I can bring up my saturation, and that's going to give me much brighter colors and more muted colors here in some sections. So you can play around with these settings here in the color dynamics. So I wanted to give you somewhat of an idea of how you could create confetti just using color. And you could also save this setting as well, so you can have, we'll save this one here, new brush preset, we're going to call that X brush confetti. I'm going to go back to my brushes. So you can see now I have my original brush that I created. I changed some settings in my brush settings there to create this basic brush, and it's picking up on the color that I have here. So this is, it was black before, now my foreground color is yellow, so it's picking up that yellow color. And then I've also created one that's a confetti, which is going to have foreground, background color. Okay, so for this sparkle brush, what I want to do is add a glitter texture to it. So I'm going to add another layer here. And this layer is going to be for my confetti. And I'm actually going to change the color of my background to this black, just so that you can see this a little bit better. And here's my confetti, but I want this brush to look like glitter. So what I'm going to do is I've opened up the gold specs. It's a JPEG file. It's from another video tutorial that I created for you. You can pick this up for free on my website, or you can create it on your own here in Photoshop. I have a video that gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do it. But what I'm going to do is, with this JPEG file open, I'm going to create a pattern out of it. So I'm going to go to Edit, Define Pattern. I'm just going to leave it at gold specs. Click OK. And I'm going to go back in here. It's the wrong one. And I'm going to double click here. And I'm going to go to Pattern Overlay. And I'm going to pick up that last pattern that we just added. And you can make adjustments here. So I want this to be 100%. Okay, so this is one way to get a pattern in here. Let me show you a second way. Okay, so I've opened the mixer tool, and I'm going to come back to this JPEG file again. And what I want to do is load this mixer brush with this texture here that I've created. So whatever's loaded into that mixer brush, it's kind of like a paint. So whatever's loaded is going to show up right here. Option on your Mac, Alt on your PC, hold that down and you'll see something that looks like that, like a little target. Just click somewhere and you'll see that that is now loaded here in your kind of like a paint palette is how I look at it. So I'm going to bring that size back down. And now I'm going to paint with that. So if you come over here to my layers, you can see that I don't have any patterns loaded or anything. I just went to my mixer brush. I picked up the texture that I wanted here. And now I can paint with it here. So I can save this now as a tool preset, and every single time I open or I use that brush preset, I don't have to open this anymore. I can just come in here, grab my preset, and start painting with it. So I have this set up the way I want it. It's the size that I want it. Everything is just as I like it. So I'm going to come over here to this drop down menu, and I'm going to come over to this little paper icon right here, and I'm going to click on that. Now for some reason Adobe doesn't like us using tool presets anymore, so you'll get this warning here that you can create a brush out of this. The only thing is I haven't figured out how to get my brushes preloaded like I can with my tool presets. So I'm still using tool presets. If you know how to load brushes like that, please make sure to leave me a comment. I would love to know, but I can't figure it out. So this is what I do. I'll keep this loaded. So I'm going to click here. No, I don't want to create a brush. Instead, I want a tool, a preset. And I'm going to call this X brush loaded. Click OK. So now when I want to use this, I'm going to turn that layer off. I'm going to add a new layer. This is layer 2. I can come to this brush that I have here. That this is not a mixer brush. This is just a regular brush. And I can get any color I want. But with these, I cannot get that pattern, that glitter pattern loaded that I wanted. So I'm going to come over to my tool presets. Now, if you don't see it here, you'll just come over to Window and search for Presets, Tool Presets. Click on that. Okay, so I'm in the brush right now, so I'm not seeing any presets for this right now. So no tool presets are defined for current tool because I'm on this brush tool. So what I need to do is move myself over to the brush, the mixer brush, and I'm going to choose that X brush loaded that I just created. And when I do that, I'm going to get that glitter effect that I was looking for. You can do any shape that you want to do and create confetti out of it. You're not limited to squares, circles, triangles. You can use any shape that you have, create a brush out of it, apply these settings to it, and you're going to create a beautiful confetti brush that you can use on all of your projects. If you like the two brushes that we created here today, I'm going to have the square and triangle confetti brushes available for free on my website at PrettyWebz.com in the shop, so look out for those. And if you're already on my email list, look out for some tool presets as well. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like the video, share it with somebody else, subscribe to this channel to get even more tips and tricks on using Photoshop and other design software. And of course, head over to PrettyWebz.com for tons of free and premium resources for your online business. Until next time, thanks for watching.